Time management is something you definitely develop. I think you will continue to develop throughout as long as you live. But I will say I definitely have gotten better at it. And what I do now is I write down every deadline I have, I put it in the calendar, and then I start putting my recreational time around those deadlines.
Yes, I do actually do a lot of stuff at university, so I tend to spread myself quite thin. So one thing I have learned to do is just don't over-prescribe yourself to too many things. Don't do too much. You're here to study, obviously, mainly. So as much as you'd like to sort of get all that stuff in your CV and do a lot of stuff, do that. But also, think about it first. What you're going to do.
Trying to fit extracurricular activities in is always fun, but they're structured. They're like at set times in the week. So once you've started, got the term running, everything's in place, and you kind of know what's happening each week, and you've got a routine.
Something that really contributed to me being able to organize myself really well so that I'm not burdened is that I got a diary. It's a data page diary, so that means every different page has a date for it, and it's got times, and I just fill in everything I need to do. I just fill in not just studies, because you got your schedule as well, but not just what you're doing academically. University's full of loads of experiences, societies you're in, and that all your commitments, just write it out, and then if you can't handle it, cut stuff out.
It may sound obvious, but don't leave your essays until the night before. This isn't, when you come to university, you can't just get something on a whim. You have to demonstrate a really wide sense of knowledge, so you need to have done a lot of preparation work. So the moment that the essay questions come out, the moment you know the deadline date, get a head start, have a look at what's going on, read around the subject, and it gives you time to develop everything, and then you feel like you've got more time, even if, as I found myself, you don't necessarily have a lot of time left.
So first and second year, it was just a case of the first couple of essays gave you an idea of how long it took me to do things. So I just then applied that to the rest of the work we had that year, and through second year that generally seemed to work. So I'd say, okay, it took me a week to collect information, and then maybe 2 weeks to sort of make notes and things, and then a week to get it written, sort of thing. So that worked well.
With my essays, my deadlines, I don't focus on that at all. I have a deadline that's 3 days before my actual deadline. So if worst case scenario, I get to that day and I haven't finished, it's not a kill myself kind of situation. It's more of a, okay, fix up, you got 3 days extra, do it. But I never ever think about the actual deadline. My deadline's always 3 days, 5 days before the actual deadline, depending on how hard it is. That way you're not playing with things, you're not playing with fire, you're kind of keeping yourself organized.
When I have to work out what I have to do each day, I set myself to-do lists to manage my time. So I work out what I need to do each day, and so that I have enough time to do it, and enough time to get my essays in, as well as keeping up with all of the other background work for other modules as well.
I use OneNote for all my notes and planning, so I have like a little to-do list that I just tick off when I've completed a task.
I have a giant poster of a calendar kind of thing, so I just write really important events up.
It's just the standard iPhone calendar I use, but it's just invaluable, because I think I do so much stuff I would just forget it if I didn't have that to remind me, give me notifications.
And I do often use my own tablet for having a very strong to-do list. Alternatively, you can use post-it notes, and I find that gives me a real sense of where I'm going, and if I need to tear my hair out and know that I've got 50,000 things that I need to do, I know that I need to up my game. But at the same time, if you use a tablet, often you can set alarms so that you don't miss things.
And someone's actually told me that succeeding in university really is about being organized, because you can read everything to gain the knowledge, but once time is gone, it's gone. There's no going back. So organizing yourself is really important.